Hey guys, Dark Prometheus here, back with another video. It's going to be a channel update. So let's get into this one. You might see a couple of changes here as I look up, and we are good with the cam. Need to do more with some cam. I'm playing with a beard here. But let's crack into this. So we finished our Empire Sin, the 34th episode. I really like Empire Sin. However, it is massively unbalanced right now. You kind of saw that in our playthrough. We had some issues also with the main story. We had some bugs. We had to pop around, start a couple times over. And I just don't want to get into that whole thing again for a little bit until they kind of flush that stuff kind of out. So we'll still have some Gates of Hell, though. We're going our German vanilla campaign, Gates of Hell, and it is going absolutely fantastic and fun. I want to get more into some expanded mod, things like that. But I did try it out, and with the recent changes with the expansion of the equipment, stuff like that in vanilla, the mod is kind of wonky. At least to me it kind of was. So they probably got to do some tweaking, stuff like that. And in maybe a couple weeks to a month, it'll kind of be tweaked out from that, but the update did kind of work some stuff up. So we're going to be going vanilla, probably the German campaign, until we get to the later tanks. I think the King Tiger, stuff like that. And then what we'll do from there is, after that, we'll do a vanilla Soviet campaign, and we'll go to the IS-2s, I think the IS-3. We'll go deep in those tanks, and we'll kind of see how it is. And then we'll kind of figure out going from there. That'll keep us occupied for 2 or 3 months probably at that point. So we'll still have Gates of Hell every other day at this point. And then on the 20th, Expeditions Rome comes out. That is not going to be a stream playthrough. Normally we do story games like that. However, I'm going to do that as a daily, well, not a daily, but every other day with Gates of Hell, kind of going in and out of that. So you'll see that every other day, and on other days you'll see the Gates of Hell. We'll still be running our Rome War of the Gods. I'm loving it right now in Rome 2. It's great to be back in Rome 2, and I kind of miss some of the stuff that's in Attila and actually in Rome 1. But I am enjoying going back to some vintage Total War games, and I hope we see some more stuff. Hopefully, I'm hopefully expecting an announcement in March or April for a new Total War game. As we know, Three Kingdoms is getting like a Three Kingdoms 2 type deal, so that's their own own studio within Creative Assembly, and then we know that we have some of the other stuff like Troy, and I'm really hoping we see what that is in March, but I like some of the features that are in those. As you see, we have another one. A recent update, massive update to the 1212 AD mod for Total War Attila. And I typically don't like to do this, doing 2 Total War playthroughs at the same time. However, I think with them being 2 separate things completely, with Rome 2 being more of an ancient playthrough type deal with Rome, and then Attila being more of a Attila based game in a medieval Total War setting with 1212. I think it contrasts pretty well. We're going to be hopping in the Latin Empire, which is technically the Byzantine Empire, but by 1212 AD, it's kind of split up. The Latin Empire at that time was actually conquered through the, I believe, the Fourth Crusade. So it's not technically the Roman Empire or the Byzantine Empire that you're used to, but it does have many parts there. You kind of have a little Civil War-esque thing going on with yourself in Nicaea and things like that. So we're going to be hopping into that. And that I've done the first 2 episodes already at this point. So hopefully you enjoy that, and you give me some feedback and some comments on that playthrough. there. So we'll have back to some Total War. We kind of started the channel, if you didn't know. Total War Attila, I think it was, our Eastern Roman Empire playthrough was actually the first videos that I did on YouTube. So that's crazy. We're in full circle playing a Latin Empire game again, and that was when I was on a potato laptop. I had a potato PC setup, 2000 and like 16, 17-ish. So there is that. We'll have more Eagles franchise. I put up an episode today. That was the 33rd. I still got to record some. That's what I'll do end up doing tomorrow, is recording some of that to play for you guys. And then this Blue Jays playoff run, if you haven't seen it, is a doozy right now. Insane. But I'm having a lot of fun with that. And I still got to record some more going on with that. I won't spoil it from there, but just go check it out. It's been absolutely insane. We went to a game 5 in the NLCS or NLDS, and we got some crazy stuff going on in the NLCS right now. So trying to repeat in that. So that's what we'll have on the channel. We'll also be streaming some Horizon Zero Dawn. I think I'm like about 6-7 hours in, maybe a little bit more at this point. Kind of exploring some of the game mechanics. I got it down at this point, and we are going through that on the hardest difficulty, and I'm having a blast with that. In the meantime, also with that in the streams, we'll have some Escape from Tarkov with the guys. We had a funny moment today that I'm going to upload probably in the next couple of days. Minefields are hilarious, and then a couple other clips that we can put together at that. But there are some funny ones, and I'm really enjoying some Escape from Tarkov at this point with everyone. So it does get pretty frustrating at times. So there's that. So we did have a vote on the channel as well on if you guys want to see how frustrated I am with the Bears. I'm going to do that in the next couple of days. I'll have like the background playing like probably the Bears Vikings or Bears Packers, something like that in Madden. I'll kind of let the CPU kind of worry about that, and we'll do some commentary over that. And that's probably going to be a relatively long video because I have a lot of issues and a lot of disappointment in this. However, the upside's looking. It's looking up. We could have a pretty decent GM, hopefully, and we could probably have a decent coach, and we'll kind of see how that goes. If there's anything else you guys want to see on the channel, I have Expeditions Rome coming up on the 20th. We'll hop into some Warno. That also comes out on the 20th, early access. We'll kind of see how that is. We'll kind of check that out probably in a late stream, chilling, that type of deal. And we'll check that out. It also comes out on the 20th, I think, in early access, I think. And then, yeah, we got Horizon Forbidden West. So we'll be playing that. I think it's just on PS5. Start out with, so we'll be playing that. I think it's only on PS5. Eventually, we'll get through some God of War at some point, the PC version, but I think God of War Ragnarok, or whatever God of War 2 is months from now. So when we get closer to that, towards the mid to late part of the year, we'll play through the first God of War on PC. We also have, Dying Light 2 coming out next month as well. We might not get through Dying Light 1. However, the devs have said that is a disconnected story, or a somewhat disconnected story, because of the fact that it's like 20 years in the future, 30 years in the future. So hopefully I want to get through that, but if we don't, to me personally, Dying Light 1 was a struggle to get through. Honestly, with that, I played it co-op I believe with my cousin at the time. It was about the same time that games like Dead Island came out and stuff like that. So I got through it with him, but playing it single player was a grind, and that's nothing that was particularly an issue with the game itself. It's more so with me. I thought it was a good game. Just me personally, it's long, to say the least, and attention span wise, that is it's rough sometimes. We had some unfortunate news as well with Stalker 2 being delayed from April to December. So I think in the meantime, that kind of gives us some leeway as we get through Horizon Zero Dawn, then Forbidden West, when that comes out, Expeditions Rome, we get through some of these other ones. I think we will hop in to some Stalker. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think Stalker 2 is a direct sequel or a prequel. However, what we'll do is we were going to hop into the Stalker Anomaly mod, which I've been kind of playing on my own for the past couple of years now. I love Stalker. Stalker is amazing. It's very good vibe type of playthrough. That's one you can kind of chill and have some fun with. I'm not sure if we'll play through the actual story games at that point. Maybe we will. Through that, I think generally I don't think the storylines are the same in Anomaly. Like, I think they are related in a way, but not actually like the direct storyline of the game. So I think I'm going to actually check out that on stream at some point this year with it. We got MLB coming probably, what? April starts baseball season again, so March-ish. So that, I kind of have an idea what we're going to do, and we're going to do a rebuild of the Cubs. So when that comes down, we're going to do a straight rebuild of the Chicago Cubs there. I think we'll get through the Blue Jays franchise probably closer to March. We'll hop into some Oakland A's franchise. We'll keep on playing that until the next MLB The Show drops. And then we'll end that franchise and roll into that Cubs franchise, which will be a complete rebuild because the Cubs are insanely trash at this point. So, yeah, there's that. We'll just be rolling with our Eagles franchise in Madden. Madden's in a rough state. Been in a rough state for the past couple of years, and will probably be in a rough state because EA needs to fix the game. So, yeah. There'll be a Madden franchise wish list at some point, and it's going to be a tall order. Because, yeah, EA's not going to do any of it. But you guys like the video, and at least my thoughts of what I think about it. Kind of a contentious issue in the community, but one of the reasons why a couple of years ago I got off Twitter because of the fact of that whole thing of saying that Madden was trash, and then here we are 2 years later, and we still have a Madden that doesn't function very well. But we will do what we do. We will make do. I would suggest if there's anyone that you don't like buying games for, but you still want to play the game, I bought my Madden copy used from GameStop. So at that point, GameStop got my money and not EA. So until EA fixes it, well, that's how I'll play Madden. So, it's kind of the idea of what we have going on the channel. I don't have anything else for you guys at this point. Got a lot of games coming up in February, and we're going to have some fun playing that, some Total War. Another thing, drop in the comments below. This is later on in the video at this point. of who I should play in the in Total War Warhammer 3. I'm a Warhammer noob. I know next to nothing about lore, none of that. I've seen gameplay. I don't know anything about it, to be honest with you. So, go ahead and leave those comments below and tell me who should I play as a Warhammer noob in Warhammer 3 when it comes out. And we'll leave it up to any race at that point. So, any race, any faction, kind of let me know from there. And also tell me in the comments, like, what I know some factions have like an overall mission per se, like dealing with I believe chaos on one continent. I think that was Warhammer 1. A lot of those on that particular continent dealt with chaos, and then I think it was chaos. The portal thing, sorry if I'm offending your intelligence at this point, but again, Warhammer noob. The portal with the island and all of that stuff was kind of centered around 2. And I don't know what 3 is kind of centered around, but I know it's a grand map, and I kind of want to check out to see how a grand map works ultimately, because I think in March what we will have Creative Assembly is another game like, say, Empire, or another Medieval, or better yet, maybe it spans into a Medieval to Gunpowder Age. So kind of like, I think it was Medieval 2, or it was, there was one where you were able to actually move between continents. I think it was Empire. But that one, thinking maybe we go all the way there and you have all the continents. That would be awesome in a huge map like that. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. 17 minutes. Haven't done a channel update in a while. I do not know at this point if I end up going to Florida for a week or so at the beginning of February. I don't think. But if I end up doing that, I'll have enough content for you guys for that week or so. So there'll be no worries there. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you all for your support. Keeping that. You guys are just awesome at that point. So, yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Later, guys.